5, solutions for Math 60. Let's see, in part A of the first problem, we're asked to solve this formula for x. The way you solve this, first you want to subtract z from both sides. Maybe I should write that up here. And what that'll give us on the left is just w minus z. And on the right, we'll just have y times x left. So from here, to get x all by itself, we'll divide both sides by y and get x equals w minus z divided by y, which is your answer. Let's see, on the second one, again, we're asked to solve for x here. I think this one's a little bit harder. X is kind of hidden up here. The first step, what you want to do is kind of make it so it's not a fraction anymore. So multiply both sides by p. And so if we multiply the left by p, we get 3 times n times p. And on the right, if we multiply by p, that p and this one in the bottom will cancel out. And we'll get to here. And now let's see, remember we want to solve for x, so let's get rid of this m by subtracting m from both sides. See, on the right, the m's go away and we're left with just 2x. On the left, we have 3 times n times p minus m. So that gets us 2x, but remember we want x, so finally to get x all by itself, you divide both sides by 2 and get x equals 3np minus m divided by 2. And that's the answer. Let's see, moving on to the second question, percent problems. What is x? Is means equals 30%, 0.30, of means times 12. So what is the x? Is the equals, 30% is 0.30, of is the times, and then 12. So we got x equals 0.30 times 12, 0.3 times 12. It's almost like 3 times 12. 3 times 12 would be 36. But then you got to move the decimal over one place, and you get x equals 3.6. Let's see, this one's similar. Now we're saying 12 is, so 12 is means equals 30%, 0.30, of what number, x? So in this case, we kind of have an equation to solve. 12 equals 0.3x. So we got x equals 12 divided by 0.3. Couple different ways to solve this. I think my favorite is to move the decimal over once on the top and once on the bottom. So instead of 12, move it once to the right and get 120. Instead of 0.3, move it over once and get 3. And then 120 divided by 3 is 40. There's different ways to solve that, whichever works for you, as long as you get 40 as your answer. And that is the end of quiz 5.